Let's move on to that big story about the NASD and warehousing, now the home to NGX Group Nigeria Exchange Group PLC. Let's bring on Bola Ajomale, who is the Managing Director and CEO of the NASD OTC Securities Exchange. Congratulations, Bola. This is a very historic day. So how significant is this milestone of the NGX PLC's shares now trading on your platform?
Thanks for having us, Boston. It's pretty significant. I think the very first thing it does is it shows that the markets are working together. Each market is playing its own role. NASD's role is to create a market and create liquidity for securities that are not listed. The shares of the Nigerian Stock Exchange itself are not yet listed, and so they're trading on this other market. So it just shows collaboration within the markets. It also is significant because you've got a 60-year-old mutualized organization now becoming publicly tradable. And so we're beginning to see the first entry and the first, should I say, socialization of that security onto the market. It's going to be an exciting time. It's pretty significant for the market as a whole.
What message does this OTC listing by NGX Group and trading on your own exchange send to both local and international investors, as well as the Nigerian authorities?
Okay, so to local investors, what it's saying is the market they've always known, you can now buy shares in that market itself. So they are known for instilling a certain discipline in corporate Nigeria, in the capital market, and now those shares are available. I think it's providing a new security that might be very a good holding to investors locally. To foreign investors, I think it's an opportunity for them to also buy into the local market. Again, an opportunity for them to invest in a very, what may be a pretty unique security in the Nigerian capital, in the Nigerian space. So it's a new instrument. It is a broadening of our market. I think it'll bring a lot of confidence into the system as well. It would widen the breadth of the capital market, and it's the beginning of a very interesting period over the next couple of months.
The CEO, you are personally a licensed trader, a market professional, and I think my professional journalism, I've met with you over the last 2 decades plus and counting. So you are on the trading floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange back then, and then you moved on to become the CEO of a licensed securities exchange. Now, looking at the successful transformation of this 60-year-old NSE into a bigger Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, how do you personally feel being part of the transition and democratization, as it were, of securities exchange in Nigeria?
I think it's a really exciting journey, and I think I can imagine those who are on the market even before myself. I can imagine how triumphant they might feel. Unfortunately, some of them have moved on. But remember, it started from a purely mutualized exchange where the only holders of that entity were either dealing members or ordinary members. It did not have a board, it had a council instead. So it's totally transformed now to subject itself to the discipline of the full discipline of the capital market, but it's also a regulator. And so it's the merging of two sides of the market. They themselves are a regulator, but they themselves are also a quoted company. Ultimately, it would list on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, I presume. How quickly is another matter entirely. In that time, we'll be trading on the OTC market. But it's really another step in the 61-year journey, where it started from just a few holders who were investing by guarantee. So it was actually a mutual exchange, a company limited by guarantee, to one that is now it's limited by public funds. And so it's a public liability company. Everyone can buy into it. Everyone is part of the market. Reporting is going to be very different as well from the new entity, because they'll be bound by the requirements of the market now to report on a regular basis at a certain time of the year. So on the 31st of December, they must close their books. They must get their accounts out by the first 3 months of the year, their audited accounts, and they have to submit to the papers and they have to submit to the Nigerian public on a regular basis as well, every quarter. So that would be interesting to see that transformation. There'll be more transparency in the system. There would be more securities trading. It's going to be quite exciting. For me, it's quite rewarding that we've been part of that long journey, and we're seeing a very orderly emergence of a new company into the Nigerian space.
Great. So talk to us about this NGX Group PLC quotation on your exchange. Talk to us about what has happened over the last few days before this trading and starts on the NGX, which was formerly Nigerian Stock Exchange, now Nigerian Exchange Group PLC. Talk to us about the price movement, the volatility. What has been the activities over the last few days? Let us know about this.
Actually, you got us at a very good time. You got us at the very beginning of the journey. This is day one. We opened to trade on the securities of NGX. We got a code last night from the CSCS, and we work with CSCS to dematerialize all the securities of each company that is trading on the market. And so we were able to complete the dematerialization into the central clearing system last night, and trading opened today at 25. It closed the market at 25.59. We've seen the first trades. I presume there must be quite a few pent-up trades because this has been anticipated as someone put it, it's a 10-year journey. So some people have anticipated getting hold of the shares of the NSC or what was the NSC at the time. They were looking forward to it for about 10 years. So now it's here. We will see some pent-up demand, some pent-up supply coming into the market, coming into play on the market. We've done day one of trading. It was, for the OTC market, quite a lot of trading. Maybe not a lot of trade in the general global space of things, but for us as a market, the kind of trades we see, this was quite an active day dealing with those transactions. And I think it's going to continue for quite a while, where you have all these pent-up demands. You've got, I think the company has been shared among a bit over 200 shareholders. I think that as they reposition and more people come into it, the share register also will expand. So there'll be quite a lot of activity going on for the next couple of days, yes.
So for the NGX PLC, I'll talk about the pricing. How has the price of about 25 Naira arrived at for trading?
So the way securities are introduced into the OTC market is that a broker would put a price and would then introduce the security, introduce their interest in the security, either as a seller or as a buyer onto the market. So if you are interested in selling the security, you can attach a price, and that would be the opening price. We also are fortunate in the sense that, again, what we look forward to is a financial advisor doing a valuation of the security of the company, of the security, and then we can take that in. So it's not, we as an exchange do not attach prices. What we do is we facilitate a platform for the trading of securities. And so one of our member companies, Icon Stockbrokers, were the ones who did the valuation. That corroborated with the valuation of the financial advisors of the NSC as well. And that was in between the 25 and 28 Naira range. And so we took in the 25 Naira as a good opening price to open the market with this morning at 9 o'clock.
Congratulations once again. And we have a whole lot to talk about the NASD PLC itself for the year 2021. We'll get you back in the next couple of days. Bola Ajomale, the CEO and Managing Director of NASD OTC Securities Exchange. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.